Yeah, that guy. Best part of the show right there. What is up, everybody? My name is Chris. This is Jeff. Welcome to Cref.
All right, guys. Today on the video, we are watching the Bad Batch episode number 4.
Episode 4, 3 episodes in, and now we're
here.
Yes, we are. We're here.
All right, before we get started, guys, if you like hanging out with us today, if you like just being with me and Chris, which I know you do, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're a growing community. We love to have you. We love having new people come in and join what we're doing, all the reactions, reviews eventually. And so just, make sure you join us and be a part of what we're doing. Okay, guys, so Bad Batch episode number 4. Here we are, 3 episodes in, and it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
My mind is not blown.
No.
We've seen a lot of this. We've seen a lot of this before.
Yep.
You know, we have Omega. She's special somehow. We know she's special. We have the Ninja Turtles, otherwise known as the clones, right? Who all have their kind of role. Hey, they're all cool. I like them, but I haven't seen anything unique or cool from them that I haven't seen before.
It's not that they aren't unique. It's just the fact that because they're clones, and I know you guys have an issue with this, because they're clones, yes, they are essentially the same person only because they were bred for a specific purpose, right? And so after they're done with their missions, they come back and they just sleep. And like they don't really have individual experiences.
Obviously,
of their own.
These people, these clones, the Bad Batch, are mutations.
Right.
Obviously, they're different. But maybe it's just the way the actors portraying them or whatever. It's just like I haven't seen. Oh, that character is clearly very, very different. It's just like a slight variation on the same formula.
Aside from Hunter, we haven't seen the other ones have specific layers. There's so much emphasis on Crosshair and his thing, and then Omega and Hunter, that for the rest of them, it's just sort of like they're just kind of taking up space, right? And for me personally, and this was a problem I had with The Mandalorian too, is that there's so much emphasis on like the kid being Omega, or in that case Baby Yoda or Grogu, right? Then you sort of make the rest of the characters second tier in terms of priority, right? I wanted to know more about Din Djarin. I wanted to know more. I wanted them to go a little bit darker. But when you introduce a kid into things, right, you can't really explore that. Though we could be wrong, right? Dave Filoni, he's known to pull it all together, right? So maybe,
and we're only 4 episodes in.
It's maybe a little too early to judge. I don't know how long the series is, so it's possible that things are gonna turn around. Maybe this is the episode, guys. This is the episode where it's gonna turn around. We're gonna be wrong.
I hope
Chris and I will eat our words. We'll see. But I think we're ready to get started. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it, guys. All right, here we go, guys. I was just thinking, if this was like a 90s show, I miss those 90s intros, like those rock intros,
X-Men.
If this was a 90s show, they'd all have like different armor and stuff. Like one of them would have like wings. Another would have like a big blaster. All right, we're back on the shuttle with the Bad Batch.
So eventually, at some point, Crosshair's got to go
coming for you.
Doing either.
Here we go again.
We are also
don't have enough fuel.
You can do that.
Of course I can do it, but I need to land in order to perform these modifications.
Honestly,
By my calculations,
he's probably what's his name?
Well,
Is that no? That's not Echo. That's the other dude.
No,
Specs.
Specs.
That's the 90s cartoon name. Whatever that guy's name is, this team would not function without him.
No, not at all.
Right?
He's a little overpowered,
like,
right?
It kind of tells you, like, what are all the other characters just useless, like Hunter and Wrecker? Like, what are they doing?
are you sure about that?
That's what Wrecker's good for, right there.
That was easy.
Cool.
Right.
If
I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
Financial variety. I think he means
Republic credits don't work here. Yeah, episode 1. An underrated classic, my friends.
Missa called Jar Jar Binks. Missa, your humble servant.
The more time passes and the more random Star Wars properties we get, the more I appreciate episode 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
Bounty Hunter?
Oh.
Is that no.
Is that
That's
the
Mandalorian.
Yeah, Mandalorian person.
Whatever her name is, Mulan.
Is that the same voice actor too?
It sounds like Ming Na Wen. Dude, I love that actress, man.
Nice, yeah.
Put her in everything.
I know.
Eat, don't you?
Why do Tech and I have to do all the repairs while you get
Tech.
to go sightseeing?
Of course.
No.
Not so far off from Specs, really. Like, give the guy an actual name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, not dressed like this. Alright, let's get
He looks like a droid.
Yeah.
Omega, you're with us.
I always love the Star Wars markets, just like seeing all the different races and all the stuff that they're selling.
You know what? You know what I just thought about? Could the Bad Batch be the community of Mandalorians that kind of start what the actual that Din Djarin actually like gets rescued by eventually?
Oh wow, that's a connection I didn't consider. Could be.
Theories.
No, Sam. Look, this is Denton.
No villain is stronger in Star Wars than a vendor that doesn't want to sell you stuff or doesn't accept your credits.
Yep.
They literally have to fight, like, go through a whole pod race just because Watto wouldn't sell them stuff.
No money, no parts, no deal.
How about your droid?
How
Your
about your
droid.
droid? Yeah, you're right, Chris. Yeah. Haggling.
Also, the most underrated skill in all Star Wars, right? You can fight Vapad or Form 4 lightsaber, or you can haggle. I've never seen that in Star Wars universe before. Oh,
Oh no!
that's all it takes.
And here we go.
Omega!
Really cool if Omega was like the armorer.
Oh, that would be cool. It looks like her, right? It could very well be
pretty sure
her.
it is her.
Yeah.
You hungry, kid?
Yeah, but I don't have any credits.
How could you not want to help Omega?
I know.
So adorable.
I know. If you
Oh.
would, you should come with us.
No,
So
that's
innocent.
the soft
That's
right.
really what keeps me watching this show is like these moments with Omega like
Come
this.
on.
You
Yeah.
know? Uh-oh.
Omega, step away
Step
from her.
away.
Why?
So his 90s toy weapon would be like a shooting knife, so
Yeah.
you press it and shoots
Right.
the knife.
Oh, hey!
Ooh.
You
Oh, shoot. Can,
Jeez.
can do my man wrecker like that?
Jeez. Just like that.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Best part of the show right there. I want that droid.
The little arms. Are you kidding me?
I want it. Controversial take. Better than BB-8 right there. Because he has those little
The
arms.
little stubby arms. She's brave. You gotta give her that.
She is a clone, right? She's got some of that programming in her.
Oh, goodness.
That's actually something you rarely see. Police in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was close. Oh, that was slick.
Nice. That was nice.
But where did he get that?
No, he had it in the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, remember I think they were trying to sell it or something.
Oh.
My
Ah, there he is again.
This vessel is now operational.
Little
Thanks for
droid
that,
guy.
If they make a new Star Wars movie, that's gotta be the main
Gotta be
droid.
in there.
Follow me.
Yeah. Look at him
They should
go.
just take those droids with them.
Oh,
That would make a
okay.
more interesting show.
The target got away.
Come on, Darth Vader. Come on, Darth Vader. Come on, Darth Vader. Okay, nope. Can't, not gonna find out who hired her.
All right, guys, that was the
Episode
Bad
4.
Batch, episode number 4. Okay,
Thoughts, a lot of thoughts.
yeah, a lot of things going through my head right now. But all right, let's start with this, Chris. When you first saw the Bad Batch in Clone Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that created a certain level of expectation. Has this show so far, and even this episode specifically,
Mm-hmm.
met those expectations, or are they different?
Here's the thing, right? And maybe you can comment on this too, right? I'll be honest, the first thing I thought of when I saw the Bad Batch was Republic Commando. And what I mean by that is those of you that never heard of that, Republic Commando is basically it's a video game where you basically play as a unit of elite clone troopers, and you take command of them. Okay, go down that way, go down this way. Take a corner. Right. Take out the enemy there. And I was like, you know what? That's what we're gonna get here. We're gonna get Republic Commando. They're gonna be like have this cool armor, and they're gonna do these things. It's gonna be like a unit. Yeah. Instead, what we're kind of getting is like this heartwarming coming of age thing with Omega and like a family unit, which is look. I'm not opposed to that, but again, what do you think? Did you is that what you expected?
No, not at all. Not at all. See, when I saw the Bad Batch, I saw like a misfit group of guys who they don't follow the rules. But at the same time, there's like an edge to them. There's a bit of a darkness to them because they don't do things the traditional way. Yeah. And I was really, really hoping that what this show would be is, okay, you basically explore each one of them, right? Not only their dynamic as a group and their effectiveness as a group, but them individually, right? Yeah. Their own goals, their own desires, because like, in this case, right, they're no longer a part of the Republic, so to speak, right? They're kind of on their own. And so far what the show has been, and tell me because if you agree with this, is like it's just been them babysitting Omega, right? It's not really exploring them individually. And that's kind of what I wanted, right? Yeah. I mean, I would say they're kind of doing that in their interactions with Omega and how they deal with the certain different situations. But do you think Omega is enough to carry this show, right? Just her as a mechanism, as a plot device. I'll be honest. The droid with the arms is enough to carry that show. Like if they bring him back, please, Dave, bring him back. Anyway, but no. In all seriousness, I would say she has been, in some sense, she's very adorable. She's very likable. She's very brave. You kind of get that heartwarming sense. But again, we're Star Wars fans. But we're always looking for something deeper. Do me a favor. Imagine Dave Filoni's in the room with us, right? He's sitting across the table from us, right? And he brings us in because he wants our honest opinion about where the show would go, right? It's not fully planned out yet. Would we sit there and be like, oh, you know what, Dave? Like, I think that, Omega's nice and stuff. Or would we be honest and be like, look, Dave, we like Omega. But, it's not enough. I'll back up and say this, right? Jeff and I have a very, very strong bias towards Jedi, Sith, the Force, which is not that much of a stretch with Star Wars. Yeah. So whenever they bring in things that are not Jedi Force stuff, so the thing is, I'm going to disagree with that. It's not just about that. Like, because Mandalorian didn't have really Jedi and stuff until the second season, right? But it was It was still compelling. For me, it's not about that. It's about layers, right? Because you have these characters who are supposed to be our guides along this show, and to me, aside from Omega, right? Because she's not really a full person yet because she's just a kid, right? These other guys have been through stuff. They've seen stuff, and we're not really getting that. It's just like Tech and Wrecker. They're just roles that they're playing, right? They're just functions. Yeah. They're not people. I want to see them as people. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. If you think I'm overreacting, Chris, you can tell me. But at this point, it's not overreacting. I would just say that as of this moment to me in the show, it seems that, again, if the end result is something along the lines of, Omega is actually the armor, or this is like the start of that Mandalorian community, or something kind of cool that connects to something we know, or maybe we haven't seen before, that to me would justify a lot of this. But I would say from just like the episode to episode thing that I've been seeing, I would say that it seems like each of these characters is there to kind of teach Omega something different rather than them being their own characters and doing things on their own. That's my issue. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. Because when the Bad Batch is introduced, it's like, okay, here's a group of these individuals who they're obviously not like the other clones, right? They have very distinct personalities, right? And it's like, can we get a chance to explore those personalities beyond just, Wrecker's the strong one, Tech is the smart one? It's like, maybe it's a little bit too much to ask to want for more than that. But what that translates to, in my opinion, and again, this is my next question for you, Chris, is the moment-to-moment stuff, right? Because this episode, arguably, right? Cool chase scene, right? We have the bounty hunter, right? Bounty Hunter, which ties into the Mandalorian, which is very cool. On paper, right, that sounds like a good time, right? But did it translate to an actual good time watching it? Yeah, look, they only had
the one thing is they had 26 minutes. This is on a streaming service, so they could make longer episodes. There's no commercials or anything, right? They could make longer episodes, which I think most fans would be okay with.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing I say, I feel like they're not taking advantage of this one kind of big glaring thing. This is the era right after Order 66. Right? There's so many implications of this is the beginning of the Galactic Empire, right? We're not really seeing a whole, I mean, we're seeing like hints and like propaganda and stuff here and there, but we're not really seeing how that's being played out. So it just seems that this show could be taking place in any era with just a bunch of clones being chased. Right. It's not the era after the Galactic Empire. So I guess my question for you, Jeff, is okay. What would you like? Well, first of all, what did you like about this episode? We have to pick. We're trying to be positive here.
We got to be. We're not all negative people.
No. So, let's say, like, what are two things you liked about this episode, very quickly, and what would what would kind of give it overall?
Okay, so what I liked about this episode, I guess, was the fact that you introduced the bounty hunter Fennec, right?
Fennec Shand. Yeah.
We
had to look that up. I'm not gonna lie. We had to look that up.
I didn't remember her name.
Yeah.
From she was from Mandalorian. I think she showed up somewhere else too. I can't remember, but I think that was cool because it kind of shows again that okay, Omega is valuable for some reason, right? It's kind of driving that point home. I think that was good because she added a little bit of a chaotic element to things and the chase scene, which was fine. Again, seeing Omega being cute and innocent, and she's like, "Oh, what's a bounty hunter? What's she just wants to explore and have adventures." I think that's good. I mean, we've sort of emphasized this before, so maybe I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. But if I had to pick something that I liked, that's it.
Okay.
How about you? I mean, if you had to pick something that you liked, what would it be?
So for this specific episode, I would say I kind of liked. It's odd to say, but we had a bunch of dudes and Omega, right? You kind of have a different energy when you have, Fennec Shand in there. She's like a strong female, and kind of that. And Omega doesn't have that, right? So I kind of like the fact that even though it was a temporary, she was kind of teaching Omega some stuff. I kind of like that. I kind of like that brief kind of potential mentorship kind of thing.
Because it seemed like they had a little bit of chemistry.
Right? Yeah. I was like, this could be a cool dynamic if she ever kind of changed her mind and kind of joined them a little bit. I like that, and the chase was kind of exciting. I like that whole thing as well. Right. That's basically it.
I feel like as we're both talking, though, we're just like really trying.
I'll say this. Okay. We know Dave Filoni. We know that he's always teasing something good. Yeah. So with that in mind, just as actually a Star Wars fan, not just like a general fan, but actually a Star Wars fan, we know something's coming, and we know that we know that. He's teasing us.
Is that enough?
Yes,
though?
I would say it is.
I don't know. We'll see. Does the end always justify the journey?
We can't know until the end, but until this point, like I'm sure he'll bring it. In the next something important in the next episode.
That's what we said in the last episode. We said, he'll bring it the next one.
But he did bring in the bounty hunter from the Mandalorian, which is a kind of a big thing.
I guess.
So okay, so let's boil it down. Jeff, give us your review.
Okay. In general, I think that this episode felt like filler, right? The only useful thing to me was that they established that they're after Omega for a very specific reason. We don't know potentially what that reason is, but we know that Omega's enough that they're going to send a bounty hunter after her, which is fine.
Okay.
So, score-wise, we've been consistently giving like 6s and 7s, and I'm gonna have to stick with that. I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
You? What do you think?
I would say again, in the context of the entire show, not just this episode by itself, and all the things that might potentially set up, I would say I'd give it maybe. I would get a 7.5, but because of the droid, I'd give it like a 7.6. Right? If it weren't for the droid, it'd be lower. That's true. But that droid's awesome. Yep. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and making it to the end. If you're here, give you a fist bump. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, watching this episode with us. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this episode. Again, sometimes we have a tendency to be very harsh with Star Wars.
I'm ready to get
I
ripped
get
apart.
it.
I'm ready to get ripped apart in the comments. That's fine.
But honestly, we like the fact that you guys are passionate about Star Wars as well. So if you have the comments, if you have your reviews, let us know. We really do read all of them.
Tell us that we're wrong. Tell us why we're wrong.
Or tell us we're right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'll appreciate that too.
It's rare, but it's happened.
Exactly. Listen, and guys, if you haven't already, like the video. If you enjoyed Hangouts today, share the video with your friends. Maybe if you think they'd like it, let them know about the video. Share the video. It does help us, to get more people to watch it, get more people to like it. And even the comments do help us as well. So anything you can do to just give us an extra boost, where we really would appreciate it.
We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We know we can do it.
Yes.
We know with your help we can do it. And it just bring more people into this community, more people to be able to just share Star Wars. And
passionate opinions.
Yeah, passionate opinions with.
So with that said, thank you again so much for joining us today. And we'll see you guys later.
See you on the next one.